So walking up and down the strip, and as I said to you, we've got this a bunch of great Chamorro food, and delighted that all of the Chamorro food places have the longest lines in front of them. And the same can be said of all of the Chamorro places where you can get T-shirts, Guamanian shops with T-shirts. Now, I had noticed that there's one that says, I am Chamorro, and there seems to be a little bit more of a theme behind that than just wearing the T-shirt. And I'm here with Joanne Tabor, who is, as she tells it, an old friend of my family's and my mom's and Uncle Jim and Grandma and Granddaddy. And so I got to ask Joanne, what are you doing out here in San Diego?
Well, we are here to promote the I Am Chamorro documentary that Polly Eric Forbes is going to be narrating. Production should start in a couple of months. Our trailer has already been released, Ray.
I'd heard about that, and I'd heard a little bit about the project. Tell me a little bit more about it. Tell me about the documentary. What is it that you're trying to put together?
The documentary has come about primarily from Polly Eric's workshops that he had been doing up and down the state of California for the last couple of years. And after the workshops, people have come up to him and said, Polly, this information is a gold mine. I mean, some we've never heard before. Why aren't we archiving this and putting it into a documentary that we can give to our children? And the light went off, and we said, we should. Yeah. If we don't pass this on to the next generation, we run the risk of losing it, and that's something we just don't want to do.
Do you feel a bigger risk here in the States as a stateside Guamanian than you think we feel back on Guam as native, as living on Guam Guamanians?
That's probably true to some degree, Ray, but also when we lose the manamko, the generation above us, that oral instruction to the youth could be lost no matter where you live, right. And sad to say, in my generation, but particularly because I am here in the United States, we are just pulling at whatever we can get to educate our children on our culture, customs, and traditions. So there's probably more of that here, but
a stronger desire because it's not like you can drive to the village and go find Nana and talk to them about the old days.
Yes, and even the people who visit Guam, who liberated us, the Marines and the military, they want to show their families Guam. And so Guam is a gold mine, and we need to let the people all over the world know about these beautiful people on the island of Guam. So this will accomplish that, among other things.
Have you found, and I'm curious, I know that there are certain things about our culture that are kind of unique and independent of everybody else, but when you come to something like PIFA, do you start to see some of the similarities in the different island cultures between here and Hawaii and Tonga and Fiji and places like that?
I do see that. And Polly Eric so eloquently points that out to us in his workshops, that not only custom, culture, language, the words that maybe originated from, Spain or elsewhere that are similar, maybe just one consonant different from the other, but it's still the same word and the same meaning. So, but the true warmth of our people, you feel that from the moment you entered the islands, regardless the island, right? So, yes, we are sharing that and the camaraderie here, too.
Well, there's nothing wrong with, just sitting all day, 2 days worth of sitting around in the booth and selling T-shirts. So the sales from the T-shirts then obviously go to support the production of the documentary.
That's correct. And we're going to need the help of the Chamorro people. There are 200 and maybe 20,000 Chamorros worldwide. And if every Chamorro purchases a T-shirt from us, or even half of that number purchase, we are certainly able to fund the cost to produce this documentary, which, by the way, we are taking to the Smithsonian as part of the Folklife Festival in 2015. So this is headed there. So
the documentary in and of itself is not the end. There's going to be more afterwards.
There's going to be more after that. And so the Smithsonian Institute has told us exactly the parameters that this has to be to qualify as Smithsonian quality. And we are going to do our very best to make that a reality.
You know, nothing happens just because one person wants it to happen. There's usually kind of a group, and that's the way it is back home. So who else are you working with to put this together?
We have the support of the Guam Visitors Bureau. We have Chetlu, but more, and the Chamorro women in the South Bay, the Bay Area in San Francisco. But more importantly, we have the backing of the people of Guam. They're very, very excited about this. And Polly Eric is so beloved on Guam that they are supporting his efforts 100%, I have to say, Ray.
Yeah, generally, when he asks for something, the answer is always yes. We'll figure out what it means to get to yes, but eventually he generally tends to get his way. I think it's a class of 80 thing. I think because I'm kind of spoiled that way as well. So tell me a little bit about your family here, Joanne. There's no Chamorro last name that I know that's Tabor. So what were you before?
Tabor, my mother is Agnes Carbolito.
Okay.
Her father was the principal of Barragata, and the elementary school BP Carbolito.
Right up near my old house.
Well, there you go, Ray. Is named after him.
Okay.
And so Agnes, the first of 10 children, as your mother pointed out to me, her siblings are named in alphabetical order, A to J. And so Agnes, the first of Baltazar and Aurelia's children, married Tom Tabor.
I see.
Tom and my mom and dad stayed on Guam until her parents was called, to the next life, and then brought us to the United States to show us his way of the westernized way of living, and we have been here since. But the heart is still on Guam.
Oh, gotta be. But there are, the reasons why you stay, the reasons why you want to go back. I mean, do you ever get that sense every once in a while, like, I need to be back on Guam, it's hot and it's humid, and I need to be land of sticky rice and soy sauce? Do you ever get that call?
All the time. My heart is there. I live in the United States. My home is Guam. Okay, and my family there, the Alcorns and the Montanolas are all still there. And so we have that calling. Guam will always be home to us. And I think that's true of so many Chamorros here. You see it right here at PIFA.
Right.
No place like Guam.
Now, what about the second generation of kids? I mean, there's the group of Chamorros that came out here in the 50s, the 60s, following an education, maybe a military career, and they are now grown-ups, now grandparents on their own, and so you've got children that are growing up to adulthood that only know about Guam as some kind of mythical place that my folks talk about. So how do you get the Chamorro-ness into them?
I don't. The Chamorro-ness is in them. They are, and there's a deep desire to learn that. The thing is, I think what Guam is trying to do is bring them back to Guam, bring us Chamorros that have been out here for 30, 40 years back to Guam, and to take, life on there. And there's that very deep hope that people will return.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I don't know where we're going to put you. It's already kind of crowded. And
some of us still have our roots there,
got the land. The Navy gave the land back finally. So I can put a house now on the lot. Wow. Listen, I wish you very good luck. For the people that are listening that want to support you, is there a way that we can buy the T-shirts online?
You can buy them online, and I'm happy to say that the shirts are going to be coming to Guam.
Oh, really? When?
Yes. The shirts will probably...
You're not going to give me another suitcase to carry back, are you?
No, but I'd love to. They will be sold on Guam at Payless stores starting probably in mid-October. Okay. We're in the process now of getting them to Guam.
I wonder if they're going to time that with the opening of the Sumai location. I'm so delighted that they're using the name Sumai now to describe where the new Payless is going to go.
Yes, and also they are timing it with POD's concert on Guam.
Oh, right. There's another big act that's coming out.
Right. The lead singer and the drummer are Chamorros. Right. And that's my nephews.
Now, are they going to be playing here this weekend?
No, they're on tour. Oh. They are already on tour.
All right. So next time, Joanne, listen, it's been such a great opportunity to talk with you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you when you do come to Guam. And bring me a T-shirt. We'll give it away on the radio.
You got that. Hugs to your mom and your sister. Okay.
Absolutely. That's Joanne with us on News Talk K57. Be right back after these.